In this week's Doodle Club, we're going to be playing with acrylic markers, and we're going to use everyday objects and flowers just to create some fun designs. I really hope you're going to enjoy it. So I'm going to be working in my sketchbook, the one that is falling apart. Smooth surface, which is perfect for acrylic markers. I'm going to be using my Meeden markers, sort of a colour on each end, which is quite good fun, and they have a brush tip. I've also got some others, some journal say ones, and I'm going to be using those as well. But we are going to just start off with a nice blank page, and I'm going to start off with a pencil. I don't usually start with a pencil, but I'm going to show you this just to start us off. We're going to start off with a frame like this. Let's just move that so it's in the right place. One of the things that we do in Doodle Club is we don't take ourselves too seriously. You could work on a smaller scale if you want to. I was going to start off by putting in a vase like this, very, very simple. And that's going to be my main shape. I'm going to do a big flower kind of over here. You see I'm filling the whole shape, and then I'll probably have some leaves coming down like that. I'm going to do something else on the other side with sort of jugs and things like that. But let's start off with our flower. I'm going to start off with a shape in the middle. Block out like this. You could use alcohol markers if you want to. You could use colouring pencils. Okay, all sorts of things. Give it a good shake. But I do like these. They've got a lovely finish to them. They're quite creamy, which is what I want for this. And it's good for if you want to cover a large area, which is what I want to do for this one. So not very good for fine details. For fine details, I'll use a smaller nib with the same sort of acrylic markers, but just a finer nib. Let's put those here. And with these pens, as with all acrylic markers, once they're dry, which takes very little time, then you can just go over the top with another colour, and that can work really well. I'm just putting in these bits like this. So nice big design. Yeah. One of the most common mistakes that beginners make is to do something too small. I always say this to my students: fill your space. Don't just do something tiny in the middle. Make it bigger. It's very rare that I would say to a student, no, that's too big. Very, very rare. Let's do that. So this is kind of like a peachy orange. Go over it a couple of coats, give it a good shake, and over like this. This is why I like to have a smooth surface for acrylic markers. You can use watercolour paper and more textured paper. It just gives a different finish. So as always with these things, it's not that one is better than the other. It's just that it depends what finish you want. And if you're not sure, then make yourself a little junk journal using different types of paper. You can make it really small. I have lots of tutorials on how to make your own journal. And then you can just try out different ideas. Okay, right, I'm now going to do my stem. It's going to go up like this, and then my leaf is coming around like that. Now the pencil will show a little bit which is why I don't normally use pencil, but I just wanted to show you so you can get an idea. So you could be working in a journal, perhaps add some words, poems, uplifting quote, something like that. That's always lovely. Or you could just be in your sketchbook where you're trying out ideas. Perhaps you're trying out a new colour palette that you haven't tried before, you haven't used before, or just an idea. So I use my sketchbooks and my journals quite differently from each other. Sometimes there's crossover. Mainly my sketchbooks are for ideas that I'm going to do for larger paintings, and I'll be developing them. Whereas my art journals quite often will have a theme, and I will work through those as complete. So that's my starting point there. Let's have a nice blue vase. I think a blue vase is going to be good. Let's do that over there, just carefully around that. I can always go over the orange again if I need to. Let's just get that in. So it does cover quite well this acrylic pen. I do love this blue. And these sorts of things, these sort of doodles are really great when you're trying out new products. So perhaps you've been given a set of pens and you haven't opened them yet. Or it might be that you are like me and have been let loose in an art shop. They are dangerous places, aren't they? Oh my goodness, yeah. Don't let me loose in an art shop. Dear me. But great fun. Anyway, so I've got my little stripy jug here. I am going to do some black outline with this particular design, but we will do that at the end. Popping that through like this. Working quite quickly with these markers. Don't keep going over the same thing over and over again. Just it'll only need a few strokes of the pen for it to work. And on this one I do want to have a tablecloth. So I'm going to put in my table here. And last week, obviously depending on when you are watching this, but I was in London visiting my daughter and went to the David Hockney exhibition at the Serpentine Gallery in Hyde Park, and oh my goodness, it was absolutely amazing. And he has these absolutely gorgeous paintings with tablecloths, and I just, so yeah, a little bit inspired by David Hockney. But the main exhibition was this whole season of Normandy in northern France, where he lived, and so it's going right from winter through to spring, summer, autumn, and back to winter. It was just an absolute delight, a total joy. Right, this is now dry, so it doesn't take very long. And so what I'm going to do now is go over the top with just some shapes, some lines, and so you could do patterns and things like that. I might do patterns. I might do some more patterns. I'll have a think about it. So it's just sort of fading like that, and I'm going to do the same with the leaves. Let's just sort of bring in the leaves like this, the stem going up, and you could do other things in the background as well. So I'm just going to leave that for a while because I just want to think about it, and I'm going to move on to this page, and I always work in a double page. I'm going to be inspired by what I've already done and do something just a little bit different. So I'm going to start off again doing a frame. So you don't have to do this. I like to do it because quite often I will write little notes to myself. I'm just going to get my clip and pop that there. Is that going to work? There we go. There we go. So yeah, so I like to write notes where I've got ideas or something like that, maybe for a tutorial or for a class or, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm going to do like a coffee pot. Let's just have a think about how I want to do this. And I don't kind of think about it too much. This sort of coffee pot idea. I thought I'd do a coffee pot and lots of cups. They're kind of all piled up. Something like that. Let's do that. And then that's going to have the top there. Like this. I might sort of change my mind on things. I think that's an error there. I think I'm just going to do... That's because I was talking and not concentrating. That needs to be there. And then I'm going to start off by putting in some cups. So let's just put some kind of quite quirky cups. I think it's because I've been up to London and seen some fabulous quirky things. Yeah. I was born in London. I've lived in cities all my life, but I've lived in the countryside now by the sea for nearly 8 years. So I still get I get a bit excited now when I go into the town. Not sure about that curve. I'm not entirely sure that works very well. Yeah, maybe that one's better. Let's see what happens when we put some colour onto it. Let's just start off with this shape here. When we're putting in patterns, you know, feel free to just make something up. You don't worry about it being you know, beautiful or accurate or anything like that. If you've got an idea, just pop it in your book, and then you can just have a look at it. And then if you're thinking that you do actually want to use some of your ideas, then you can look back through your work and you could be pleasantly surprised by what you have. This is why you don't throw things away. Oh my goodness, when I was teaching in schools and even in college, forever fishing stuff out of the bin. Do not throw your work in the bin, my lovely students. Let's do this. So you can see this coffee pot. It's going to be very vibrant. Perhaps a bit like a Clarice Cliff design or a Susie Cooper. My sister is quite obsessed with teapots and coffee pots, and she's become quite an expert in spotting some really good designs, and she's picked up some lovely ones over the years. There we go. Like that. This is another good way of thinking about what colours you want to use, what colours that you like together, what colours you think work together, and what colours do you think, no, that didn't work at all. And it's only through doing that we can work it out. And this is the whole point of Doodle Club, really, is to just have a bit of a play and try things out on a larger or a smaller scale. Like the other week, doing really tiny pieces. That was good fun. I enjoyed that. This one I'm just going to do as a block and then put some patterns on top, which is what we can do with acrylic markers. That probably needed a bit more of a shake. Putting a sort of pile of coffee cups. I'm just going to see what other colours I've got in here. Maybe I'll do blocks of colours for all of these and then put different patterns in different colours over the top. So, yeah, these are good fun. And then my niece is a ceramicist. She makes some absolutely beautiful pieces. There's a lot of jewellery as well. I'm very, very proud of her. My lovely, lovely niece. Oh, there we go. I am absolutely blessed with my family. I'm very, very lucky. And there we go. Put that one here. Oh, I'm quite liking these. I like these pastel-y colours together. I'm not going to worry about that mistake. Might do something in the background. Might not. This might just be trying out of an idea. Oh, I forgot that handle. Oh, I might do a different colour. Let's do a different colour on that handle. Yay. Oh, very silly and great fun. I have I have in the past had people say to me, oh, do you ever take your art seriously? And I think I can probably safely say no, not anymore. I used to take my art very, very seriously. I was doing my master's degree and all that kind of stuff. But over the years, I just thought, no, I'm just going to create art that makes me smile. I've got a few people who do collect my art, which is very nice, and my art makes them smile, so that's good. It's all good. There's too much serious stuff in the world. we don't need any more. There we go. Let's put that there. So I've done the kind of the basic colours and shapes on there. Make sure that's all dry, and then I'm going to go in with some patterns. I don't know. Started to do a few patterns on the cups. I'm just going to think about what I'm doing here. I just want to do another coat on this one. I don't think I shook the pen hard enough. Let's just do that. So if it just goes a bit blotchy, just do another coat over the top. I do like this sort of aqua colour. Let's just do some more on here. When you put a lighter colour on top of a darker one, you quite often have to do a few coats. As you can see, it's a little bit patchy, but it will work out. Oh, yeah, a few more coats and it will be fine. Okay, let's think about what patterns we're going to do. We're not going to think about it too much, that's for sure. Because I think that we can just enjoy putting in little doodles, really. Seeing as this is Doodle Club. Still like dots and circles, always good fun. Quite like these though, lines with dots. We're just adding shapes, playing around with perhaps an idea that you've had that you think might work. Try it out and see, because it's all just good fun. And if you would like to share your work with other people, be brave and do that. That would be really lovely. You can come and join the Facebook group, Friday Art Doodle Club. Yay! It's all absolutely free. Really, really good fun. Fantastic people in the group. Thank you so much, all of you who contribute. Wow. Yeah, it is just amazing. Fantastic space to share your work, ask questions, support other people. It's lovely. Please answer the questions and come and join in. It'll be I'd love to see what you're doing with this. Whether you're going to do a crazy coffee pot and cups. Right, I want to do a tablecloth, but I want to do it in a darker blue. let's put a line in at the back like that. So it's going to be my tablecloth. Let's start to put some lines down here. It's a stripy, old-fashioned tablecloth, like a, what's it, gingham, that's the word I was looking for. Oh, it's funny how sometimes the word just doesn't come out. Oh dear. There we go. Let's put some lines across. Yeah, you can make yours as fancy and as complicated as you want, or you can make it very, very simple. And we're just going to add some more ideas. Let's sort of kind of do a little kind of flower type motif. Flower with blue leaves, obviously. Why wouldn't you have blue leaves? And then we can do these. It's becoming a bit kind of folk arty now, isn't it? Which is rather lovely. Like those lovely boats you get on the canal here. Oh, on the canals in England. Right, I'm going to think about what to do in the background. I haven't quite made up my mind. But while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to go back to this one. Let's just move those out of the way. Because I want to do another colour in here. I'm going to do it as a lilac. I was going to keep it as a blue and white, but I thought no, I would do a lilac over here like this. And this vase I think is going to stay just stripes, so I'm not going to put a pattern on it. I think there's enough patterns on this side. Let's just do this, and then what I'm going to do is go in with my fine liner, my black fine liner, and just sort of pick out some of the outlines, which just gives it a different impact. Again, it's not that one way is better than the other, it's just whatever you want. Whatever you kind of like, trying out an idea and seeing what happens. So leave that one to dry for a bit. Let's go into this flower, and I'm going to put just some little patterns into the flower. So starting off with a spiral. And I'm going to come out like this. Whenever you're doing lines, try and do it in one continuous swoop. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't go to the edge, that's fine. You're just getting this sort of different idea, different sort of pattern. Oh, I know, as always, have fun with it. There we go. I've loved getting the messages from people who are telling me that they're doing things with their children or their grandchildren. It's just wonderful. Because sort of, perhaps you're having the summer holidays, which is just lovely. But obviously not if you are one of my lovely viewers in the southern hemisphere, where you are in winter. There we go. Around like that. See the difference it makes when you do an outline. Yeah, it's not that one is better than the other, it's just different. Putting in like that. I think I'll leave the background white actually for this one. A few little whirly bits on my leaves. I'm probably going to leave that. Let's move back onto this one. Let's move things out of the way. There we go. Let's put this into here. And I think I do want to do a background, but And normally I would do background first, but it's because I am procrastinating. That is what I'm doing, which I am really good at. I am very, very good at procrastinating. I know I am not alone. But there are probably some wonderful people here who just get on and do things and don't procrastinate at all. I am quite envious. There we go. I do make up fantastic excuses though. This is the thing about being a creative. You can make up wonderful excuses as to why you haven't done something. Definitely used to have that with my students. Come up with some very, very creative reasons why they haven't done their homework. Yeah, that used to make me laugh. Put some black outlines of these circles. I might go over with it. Actually, this kind of faded blue works quite well, actually. I think that's quite good. Just little bits there. So these sorts of designs you could use for cards. You could do for little gifts, little gift tags and things like that. But also in your art journal, you might want to write a poem about a crazy coffee pot and all the adventures that happen in the kitchen. That would be fun. If you do like creative writing, you could come over to my Patreon. I have a fairly new Patreon where I have art courses and creative writing courses. And every week I do a writing prompt and a Saturday sketchbook prompt. And then there are some things that are free. Just come over there and have some free resources. I also have lots of free resources on my website. I will put a link below to the freebies. I am updating my website, so if you do try to download a freebie and it's not working, please let me know. I have had a few little hiccups with the website. I think it's all working now, but please, if you have problems, then yeah, let me know. There we go. Oh, this is fun. I'm liking this one. Yeah, still not sure what to do the background. I might just leave it for a while, have a cup of tea or coffee perhaps, and come back, and then we will just finish off. Oh, I did a few more, and then I thought I would go back to the lemons that I did in a previous tutorial. It's just, yeah, this one. That was great fun. That really was good fun. If you haven't checked out that one, that's the fruit one. You might want to do that. I'll put a link below if you'd like to check that one out. But I think these ones are done for today, and I've got some ideas of what I want to do on my larger canvas. Well, that was really good fun for me, so I hope it was good fun for you too. I'd love to know what you think. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, that would be absolutely wonderful. And if you want to see some more, look at this one up here, because I think you're going to like it, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.